Hey, what's up everybody? Tony with Lido, Loca. Welcome to the video today. I've got a little bit of a tip video, a little bit of a story time video. I hope you stay with me until the end. But the main thing I want to talk about is your health and your health when it comes to going on a cruise ship. I'll break it down right after this. Thanks for stopping by the channel. If you're brand new here and you enjoy cruising, consider subscribing with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any of our content. Okay, first, the story time. My dad passed away 25 years ago when I was 22 years old. He passed away from lung cancer and he was only 52 years old. My dad was not a huge guy for going to the doctor, but toward the end of his life he had some unexplained pains. Went to the doctor. It wasn't evident right away what it was. It took a few months and then it was found out that he had lung cancer. He was a lifelong smoker. He had battled with Legionnaire's disease, so he had some lung issues, and it was found that he had lung cancer. He treated it in the normal way with chemotherapy and radiation. He went into remission for a little bit, but all in all, after about 18 months from the discovery of the cancer, he passed away from the cancer. So passed away from lung cancer, 52 years old, 25 years ago. Fast forward to today, those that are closest to me, that know me, they know that I do not like to go to the doctor. I don't know if that incident with my dad is one of those things that made it that way. Seemingly the fact is I should probably go to the doctor because of that incident, but for some reason I do have a serious phobia of going to the doctor and then them telling me some horrible news that I cannot recover from. It's wired in my brain. It's not rational. I know I should get over it and be somebody that just goes to the doctor. Another significant life change for us, obviously, is over the last couple years we have become cruisers. And so now I'm at this interesting spot in life where I'm approaching the same age as my dad when he got sick and passed away. I'm not that big a fan of going to the doctor. I think part of my mentality is if something goes wrong with me, I can just pop to the nearest hospital. They'll take care of me. It happened just a couple years ago to Jenny's chagrin. I had trouble with my gallbladder, and it was a really bad time, but we got it taken care of. We went to the doctor. But that's not the case with cruising. And there's been a couple cruise news stories lately that's really kind of got me on my heels a little bit and really wants me to bring forward this cruise tip. First, the stories. It's two stories. One is a couple where the lady in the couple, she had a stroke when she was on a cruise, and she wanted to be airlifted off of the cruise ship. Stroke is one of those things where time is of the essence. The cruise line did not airlift her off. Instead, they elected to take her to the next port, which was in the Bahamas. And they had to fly from the Bahamas home because they couldn't treat her in the Bahamas. The cruise ship wasn't equipped to treat her. So it was one of those situations where she did not possibly get the medical attention that she needed as soon as she needed it. And then another story just from this month about a family who is suing a cruise line because the gentleman of the couple had a heart attack on a cruise ship. The cruise ship doctor said, you have a heart attack, you need to be looked at more than we can do here. They requested to be evacuated medically, to have a medevac. The cruise ship did not do that and instead elected to take them to the next port of call, and the gentleman passed away on the way to the port of call. A couple things go through my mind. It really makes me wonder, what are your patient rights on a cruise ship? These are two instances where the families have said that they wish that they could have been evacuated, that they made those wishes known, but yet they were not evacuated, medevaced. And the second thing is, how healthy are we when we go on a cruise? Again, as I said earlier, I'm averse to going to the doctor. I don't do annual checkups. I know there's people out there that makes crazy, and there might be people that are saying, well, that's on me. I get that. I don't know why I'm wired the way that I'm wired. Please forgive that. And it's something that I'm working on. I really know that I need to go to the doctor. Just recently with the weight loss stuff that we're doing, I've got some new aches and pains. I've got some old pains that are coming back to my stomach, reminiscent of the gallbladder episode I had a couple years ago. So the takeaway is that I need to go to the doctor, and I'm gonna go to the doctor. But with all that build up, the thing I wanted to say to everybody out there, and even though I'm not the best at it, I think a cruise tip that we should add to the conversation in cruising is that you should get your health checked out prior to going on a cruise. Now, some things are unforeseen. It's hard to predict a stroke. It's hard to predict a heart attack. I'm not saying that going to the doctor would have prevented those things, but you're getting ready to go to a place where you don't just have an emergency room right down the road. You possibly might not get the medical attention that you need as soon as possible. I think a good thing to do would be to at least get a clean bill of health before you cruise. I've got about 60 days before our next cruise. I think I have a window of opportunity to do that. I think I need to make that doctor's appointment and go get a physical and just listen to the doctor tell me what's going on with me, and just ask the question, Anna, is it a good idea to go cruising? I think it's just that simple. I really love this cruise life and I want to continue to cruise. I don't want to go through the challenge of being on a cruise ship and something going wrong that maybe could have been identified before I went cruising, something that I could have been working on before I went cruising. And let me say this, man, smoking killed my dad, but we all have vices. It's easy to point at the smoker and say, yeah, of course, you got lung cancer because you smoked. But hey, I'm morbidly obese. I eat poorly. And so I'm on my own kind of journey toward, derailing my body. And so we're not all on the same journey, and I just want this to be an encouragement to say that if you haven't got checked out lately, if you haven't gone to the doctor, if you're feeling weird things in your body, before you go cruising, put it on your list, get a clean bill of health, and enjoy your cruise. You never know what's going to happen in life, but there are some avenues that we can take to minimize the risk. I hope that's not too much of a bummer of a video, but leave a comment below. Do you regularly go to the doctor? Do you make sure you go to the doctor before you cruise? What are some of the techniques that you use? Appreciate everybody tracking along with us. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And this is Tony from Lido, Loca, and until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.